Living Creature Mixed Media Project. This is your high school arts final project for 21-22. This will be part of your high school final grade. You will be assessed on value using graphite, colored pencils, pen, and or watercolor paints. Your final is 10% of your semester average. So, the first step you're going to do is use your Chromebook or any device like your phone and search for living creature that you would like to draw for this assignment. So, no humans, no cartoons or plants. Yes to mythological creatures, fictional creatures, or pets, or others, or bugs, or snakes, or whatever. It's just pay attention to those no's. Gather your paper supplies. The papers you need are a 9 by 12-inch thick white paper, a brown paper bag, black paper scrap, book page, and optional, anything from home. Like if you want to add a colorful, uh, those memory scrapbook papers, or like a piece of wrapping paper you really like, something like that, a torn up bag, you can add those too. Before we start, the most important point at this time is that the creature will be colored in with colored pencils where there is white paper. So when we glue the papers down, we need to keep in mind that the most colorful part of our creature should be on the white paper. This will help you with placement. So, step 3, arrange and glue down papers. Your brown, your black, book page, wherever you like. The scraps can be ripped smaller. You can overlap. You can add it more than once. That's up to you. Leave a lot of white paper in the center so there'll be a lot of the color on the creature. Draw the creature. Using a pencil, lightly sketch your creature onto the paper. Look closely at your reference image. Make sure you fill most of your paper. Also, make sure that part of the creature is on all 4 papers: the white page, brown, black, and book page. Step 5, add color with value to your living creature based off the following schematics. White paper, you're going to add colored pencils with values. Brown paper bag, you're going to use graphite with value. Black colored paper, you're going to use a white colored pencil with value. Your book page, black pen with value, and or watercolors with value. Just a reminder that value refers to the lightness or darkness of a color. So I really suggest you start with the white paper first using your colored pencils to show a full range of value. Take your time and look closely for many colors as you can find in your creature. Be creative. Notice that in this beetle, there's a lot of subtle colors, but we're not doing so subtle here. I'm not necessarily looking for a realistic representation of it. Then move on to the brown paper bag area. This should be shaded in with pencils showing a full range of value. Just a reminder that I have some very black pencils when you need them. Like if you look up here, if they would have used a very black right here, you would have really gotten that turn. Your number 2 will only go to a dark gray. So I do have some black pencils. Now move on to the black paper area. You're going to be using a white colored pencil with value. So this will be the opposite of the brown paper bag. You're going to, when you want something lighter, you're going to add more to it. And when you want something darker, you're going to not add so much. Lastly, move on to the book page using either a black pen and or watercolor. Black pens use shading such as hatching or cross-hatching to create values. Watercolors will use a layering techniques to create value, and it really looks nice if you combine the two of them. The rubric for the project is as follows. We are looking at value, how you did. Graphite will be 30%, colored pencils 30%, pen and or watercolors 20%, and attention to details and all things fabulous 20%. So here, just take a minute and look at how this is put together, and wherever it goes over a different paper, it is doing the same rule for that paper. So if you have brown paper, like over here, you would follow that same rule here, okay? Here are some student examples for you. Personally, I think these could use a little bit more value, just saying. Love the way the zebra looks here. But here's a close-up. They were doing the pen in this point, and you can kind of see what's going on here before they got to that piece. This one, I was having trouble deciding if it's an iguana or a snake. That the scaly part makes me think it's an iguana. It being back that way makes me think it's a snake. But this is one piece where I think if they would have put the paper a little bit differently, it would have been a little bit stronger. Have a little bit more color in here to get that impression across. This one's really good. I think that's a kookaburra. But having that color piece there is really nice. This one I think could be a little bit stronger. All right, get started and let me know if you have any questions.